Episode 57BX, January 17th, 2025 Talk, Show, Stopping Crop Residue Burning at Least Partially. Larry the Litigator Hello residents against wood smoke emission particulates RAWSEP Audience I See You are wearing the symbolic in this air-purified studio RAWSEP brand ski goggles, which protect your eyes from PM 2.5 particulates of 2.5 micron size which are emitted by your hyperlocally near neighbors indoor residential wood burning RAWSEP audience. Thank you Larry the Litigator for also wearing the RAWSEP ski goggles in solidarity with us when we as a mass audience return to our air polluted yards caused by nearby indoor residential wood burning and go back to our daily task of dealing with the PM 2.5 air pollution by staying inside our sealed homes with multiple air purifiers running. We always think of you fondly Larry the Litigator and long to return again to your air purified studio. As your loyal audience Larry the Litigator, I have a special message for you today. RAWSEP Audience from a recent Nature article. I have this following quotation: apart from open burning agricultural residues could also be converted into organic fertilizers. The common practice is to chop and blend it with the soil to enrich the agricultural fields. The conversion of agricultural waste into fertilizers helps mitigate emissions from open burning. This helpful paragraph appeared in a Nature online article on June 22nd, 2024. RAWSEP Audience Words to live by Larry the Litigator. Words to live by. Do farmers follow these clean alternatives to crop residue burning in real life, or is this just a utopian hypothetical dreamed of by those of us affected by the air pollution of crop residue burning? Larry the Litigator, I have big news for you RAWSEP audience. Some few farmers do now live by these inspiring sentences. Some few farmers do chop and blend crop residue with the soil to enrich agricultural fields instead of burning crop residues. There is a ban on crop residue burning as of January 2025, at least in California and the San Fernando Valley, unless you burn those crop residues in a contraption called an air curtain burner, which reduces PM 2.5 emissions by 70%. RAWSEP Audience ORAT. So 30% of PM 2.5 emissions caused by crop residue burning is still sanctioned and allowed because farmers can use this contraption for crop residue burning called an air curtain burner. The financial impact of the ban on the farmers themselves has been softened by the provision of $180 million to fund alternatives to traditional burning methods. Larry the Litigator, I see you read the news already with all the loopholes to compliance with actual just stopping of air pollution from crop residue burning. Yes, it is still okay to conduct crop residue burning in the San Fernando Valley of California if you use an air curtain burner which reduces the solid fuel burning emissions by 70%. As Larry and as a litigator I advise, just do not burn crop residues which are solid fuel similar to wood to begin with. Tradition is not a reason if that reason produces what would logically be avoidable air pollution if true clean alternatives such as composting have been used. One of the technologies many of the farmers and growers have turned to is air curtain burners. An air curtain burner is a large metal firebox that uses a fan to create a curtain of air trapping particles to ensure particles are completely burned. An air curtain burner can reduce the emission of particulate matter by up to 70%. RAWSEP Audience ORATs. 30% of the PM 2.5 air pollution is still emitted. Just do not burn solid fuels like crop residues to begin with. Tradition is not a reason if that so-called reason produces logically avoidable air pollution unless true clean alternatives are used. That is like the old practice of replacing highly polluting wood burning stoves through a wood stove exchange program for slightly less highly polluting wood burning stoves. It is much better to replace a highly polluting wood stove, which means any wood stove with a clean energy heat pump that works down to 40 degrees below zero, doubles as an air conditioner and lowers electricity bills immediately. The government in 2025 is also offering heat pump rebates of up to $8,000 based on a sliding income scale to make heat pumps affordable for all income groups, and the government is extending a smart electric grid to all rural areas, so there are no longer the two main excuses for indoor residential wood burning: for home heating of one economy, and in two, lack of access to the electric grid since heat pumps run on electricity, and the energy sources for an electric grid are increasingly the truly clean energy sources of wind, solar, and geothermal. Larry the Litigator, of course you have also read in the same articles about this heroic attempt to stop all crop residue burning in the San Fernando Valley that has taken at least 22 years. You can see that this is only a partial victory. Unfortunately, we briefly interview the man who made this partial victory possible, the man of the hour. Oh, this is just a remote feed. Well, we will take what we can get. Former California state senator who waited and got a partial ban on crop residue burning in the San Fernando Valley after 22 years. My fellow anti-unnecessary solid fuel burning activists, I thank you for your interest in and support of my efforts. Larry the Litigator. Engineers, run the tape from our RAWSEP episode 57 BW RAWSEP audience. I believe you will find this heartwarming. Former California state senator who waited and got a partial ban on crop residue burning in the San Fernando Valley after 22 years. I introduced the original bill asking for a ban on crop residue burning in the San Fernando Valley in 2003. I joined the California Air Resources Board in 2016. My sole goal has always been to eliminate agricultural burning, a vestige of the past that I remember vividly from my childhood in the Central Valley. Growing up, I often wondered why those plumes of fire and smoke were allowed to darken our skies. It symbolized an outdated practice that needed to change, and I've carried that vision with me ever since. RAWSEP audience, we are thrilled for you, former state senator from California, Larry the Litigator. Let's enjoy the moment without excessively dwelling on the partial extent of crop residue burning that will be affected just now. Former California state senator who waited and got a partial ban on crop residue burning in the San Fernando Valley after 22 years. Actually, if you read the article, you will see that as of January 2025, the San Joaquin Valley Air Pollution Control District can only issue burn permits for certain crops. And to prevent the spread of disease in 2021, these renewed efforts reduced the amount of waste being burned by San Joaquin Valley farmers from around 1 million tons to 480,000 tons. By 2023, this had dropped to 122,000 tons. RAWSEP audience, we will take what we can get in the area of air pollution control. Congratulations, former California state senator, and you have our hopefully undying gratitude. Larry the Litigator, let's leave on a high note. RAWSEP audience, I can see you crying and hugging each other. What a way to go. Until next time, keep it clean. Bye for now.